Come in. How you doing today?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Pretty good.
Good.
Man, what, UK?
Oh yeah, I bleed blue.
You bleed blue. Man, they looked good the other night against Kansas.
Well, it's easy to look good when you're bigger than everybody else, have better players than everybody else,
Yeah, they have a tall group this year.
and you have that little swagger, you know.
That's funny.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to a pretty good season. I think.
Yeah.
With the way Coach Kyle's come in, you kind of have high expectations every year due to the caliber of players he's bringing in.
Yeah, it's
So
they are definitely the favorite. And I guess fortunately for you, it's getting cold. You get to wear all your gear.
finally,
Yeah.
it's been stuck in the closet. I got a bunch of sweatpants and hoodies and stuff like that. And
Nice.
typically too, when I usually wear a UK t-shirt under my polos and that kind of stuff. You really can't really tell. But yeah, I believe blue kids are blue.
Now you go to Western, so when Western plays UK, who do you pull for?
I'll pull for Kentucky.
Do you pull for UK?
Yeah, I even had the same issue. It's funny you say that. Whenever I went to University of Louisville for my undergrad,
Mm-hmm.
I wore my UK stuff to campus all the time, and it would just kill my wife. She's a Louisville fan. And
Y'all get in fights about that sometimes.
never no fights, but we both kind of respect each other's
That's good.
opinion on it. I mean, she'll give me a hard time, especially the last several years of football and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But with basketball,
Yeah, more
But
competitive in basketball.
it's also good too when she's a sports fan as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which was funny. Funny story, real quick, before we get started. But we went to the Final Four a couple years ago when Kentucky beat Louisville for championship down in New Orleans.
Was that when they played UConn?
No, that's when Kentucky played Louisville in the Final Four.
Oh, that's right.
And they played Kansas for championship.
That's right.
So I got the bragging rights. Made her wear a UK T-shirt to the championship game.
She probably made you sleep on the couch.
Well, we were about there, but it's all fun. So
yeah, of course.
Well, but everything else is going all right.
Awesome. Well, before we get started, let me just tell you we have like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Just let me give you a little time frame, and then everything you tell me here, of course, I'm not gonna go out and tell everybody else. So confidentiality is a big piece, and I mean, unless like I see like signs of abuse or neglect, then I have to, tell somebody just because it's my job. So I just wanted to let you know that before we start getting into
Well, I'm glad you
the
tell me
session.
that because I want to know what's safe between you and I and everything like that. Because there are things I feel that people shouldn't know about. And it's kind of hard coming in here, stuff going on.
So what is going on?
Well, as you know, I'm in grad school.
Yeah.
And since I started grad school, a lot of other facets of my life kind of fell behind, I guess. Like I'm not home much because I'm, working a regular job. And then I have to do my practicum, and then the practicum ends up running to, certain nights of the week whenever we're used to doing things. My job's gotten a little more difficult just because I can't focus like I used to. And, now, coincidentally, it's funny, but my grade, I feel like I'm having more trouble in school. I feel like I'm not getting as good on discussion boards and
Really?
That kind of stuff. And
how often do you work a week? Like your hours and your practicum and in school?
all together.
Yeah, just break it up for me if you don't mind.
Well, I work 40 hours at my job.
40 hours.
I usually work there like 7:30 to 3:30 or something like that, and then I go to my practicum from 4 to about 8. And so I'm not getting home till 8:30 or so, and then kids are ready to go to bed, so I got to tuck them in. I'm missing out on that, and then working on homework till 11, 12, 1 o'clock at night.
Wow.
So it's just been a big transition. Plus, which I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm the one who took this challenge on, but I have a newborn at home as well who's not sleeping.
Okay.
And so it's just been very tiring.
Congratulations, by the way.
I appreciate that. Like I said, it's a blessing, but like I said, it's also difficult because it's been a transition.
So I get the sense that you're just feeling just really stressed out and just tired from just the workload.
That's exactly how I feel, and I need to figure out how to balance it all.
I'm sorry it's like that for you. Um, I know that can be really straining on the body, mentally and physically.
It is. I
Did
guess.
you?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say with my wife, especially, because she's home with three kids. Trying to give them baths, homework, food, in the bed,
Hmm.
and so it's kind of stressed her out as well, which has kind of made both of us irritable.
Right.
And so it's just been a struggle all around.
Before you got into graduate school, did you have the expectation of the workload? Like it was going to be like a lot different from undergrad?
I did not.
You didn't?
I thought it would be pretty equivalent. And another challenge I'm struggling with, and it's really bothering me because I kind of consider myself a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was in school, I've been out for about 8 years. Um, we used MLA format on papers and stuff. And so now we're transitioning over to APA 6th edition. And I'm just struggling with that badly. And I got the guide. I've used, other references. And I don't know, I'm just not getting it. And I'm losing a lot of points. Like when I get my responses back from my professors,
Mm-hmm.
my substance is good, but I'm just losing so many points on the writing etiquette.
So your content's good. It's just you're having trouble with the APA
Yes.
style. Okay.
And also too, having trouble keeping up with the readings
With the readings.
and the work. Because like every time I feel like I'm getting somewhere, I get another email for another assignment due, and it's just deflating to me.
Hmm.
And
So you're just feeling just
yes,
stressed out.
I wonder
and
how
just deflated. And
people do it.
have you tried talking to other students about how they might balance work life, school life, personal life with each other?
I have, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
and the thing is, we all have our own challenges,
Mm-hmm.
and when I talk to them about that, I feel like I'm making excuses for myself, and I don't want to be that way. So I just ask them how they do it, and most of them got full time jobs and stuff like that, and some are married. So, and then the ones who don't have kids, they got other stuff going on. So, I think they've just done a better job of keeping the priorities.
So you have kind of talked to some students about it.
I have. And this
Okay.
is the first time I've actually tried to seek out, you to talk to you about this
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So it just sounds like you're just overwhelmed and I can't imagine just you didn't expect all this workload going into it.
Right. And also too, I usually lead a pretty healthy life. I've actually considered start smoking.
Okay.
Just to, because I hear it's a good stress reliever.
Right.
I haven't done it yet, but it's crossed my mind a few times just to see if it would help.
Okay. So you're just maybe you don't know what to do with that stress. You're having trouble kind of, with the stress, how to deal with it, with everything that's going on. Do you hang out with your friends a lot?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Not since school started.
Not since school
and
started.
see, that's been a big change too, is because I love college football and NFL and basketball, and I haven't got to watch one college game this year with friends. Not one.
Mm-hmm.
When all the big games are on primetime TV in the afternoon, I'm in class. And so I have been missing all that. And, and then I'll see text messages they'll send me, that kind of thing. And I just tell them that, I can't do it right now. And I feel that even those text messages are getting fewer and fewer from them.
Mm-hmm.
They already know I'm not going to be able to do anything with them. So that's been hard too.
That is hard. I'm sorry. That is hard.
Well, I appreciate that,
Yeah.
But
I mean, what I would recommend, like I know you said you wanted to maybe start up smoking as a stress reliever. Why don't you just, maybe you could just go to a movie, call up a buddy who you're close with, go to a movie, just be like, hey, I just need to get out of the house, just kind of blow some steam. And do you think that would help you maybe with some of the stress in your life?
I think it would help.
Okay.
But like I said, like I said, it's not making excuses, but it's just finding time to go to the movies.
Mhm.
And what I mean by that is Friday nights I go to bed at early because I got to be here at school Saturday morning, and I got to be here at 8:30. I got an hour drive to school.
Mhm.
So I want to go to bed early on Fridays. And then Saturday nights I'm too tired, but maybe a Sunday afternoon or something.
Okay.
Kind of.
Awesome.
And something else I thought about doing, and every time I do it, I end up talking myself out of it. But it's just taking one day off a week, not doing schoolwork.
That's a great goal.
You know.
That's a great goal. I mean, you can get burnt out just by just working, 7 days a week with school work and even like with the kids. I mean, you do need to take at least one day out of the week. I feel like to really, where you don't get burnt out on stuff. And I feel like that would also help you with your stress.
Right.
And then it sounds like you're having trouble with time management as well because you're just so crunched for time everywhere you go with school, work, and kids. Do you think maybe you procrastinate a lot? Do you
Well,
how is your time management?
Up till now, I always thought it was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I feel like there's no time for nothing.
No time for nothing.
Go along with the schoolwork, like I said, also just home activities. I have my oldest child, a softball player. She travels and stuff like that.
Do you get to see her?
Not since school started. That's what I'm saying. That's been hard on me because I've always been kind of one of the parents to help coach and stuff.
So I guess you feel kind of bad because you're not there for your kid for softball games.
Right.
That's stressful and can cause anxiety.
Right. Well, I've kind of deemed myself as I want to call it a Facebook dad.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is I post pictures of her softball tournaments and stuff like that, but I'm not really there. It's pictures my wife sent me.
Right.
But
how does your wife feel about all of this? About just you not being over there with your daughter softball game, and then your workload, and then all this this time that you're consumed in. How does she feel about all that?
Well, like I said, she's stressed as well, but she's also very, very supportive. And she's supportive because she's done this. She's already had her master's.
So that sounds like a positive in your life. You have a really supportive wife.
It is, and like I said,
that's good.
She's also stressed about it because, like I said, a lot of things that we normally do, we haven't been doing.
What are some of the things y'all used to do together?
Well, like go to dinner every so often, just go for a walk.
You don't do dinner anymore or take walks together anymore since you started the graduate program?
Not one time.
Not one time?
Not one time. And so that's been hard on it because I think both of us kind of need that every now and then, a little reassurance, that we're there for each other. And I don't feel like I have given it lately.
So you feel kind of close in the relationship with her?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
I think it's just a temporary thing because of school.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to the end of the semester. That way I can kind of regather my thoughts. I haven't done any kind of physical activity. I think that kind of has contributed to me.
So you used to in the past?
Oh, yes. Biking.
Okay.
Basketball, like I said, softball with the kids. Go playground with them, just run around obstacle courses, that kind of thing. And I haven't done that in a while either, so.
Okay, so back to the initial problem with the workload and everything. So you think if maybe you start taking a day off, do you think you could manage the time? You think that could help you kind of reset yourself a little bit, give yourself a day, and then maybe help manage your time a little bit better? Because I feel like you're just kind of crunching for time right now, and you feel like every day is an important day. Which I mean, every day is an important day, but I feel like if you maybe took that day off, do you think it could help you maybe get up an hour earlier the next day, or help you kind of reset yourself mentally where you're not as stressed out or anxious?
I think it could.
I think it could.
And like I told you earlier, it's something I have considered. But For me to do that, I'll have to just stay off the computer completely because anytime I'm on the computer, I want to look at Blackboard or
Mhm.
my email. And so to do that, I'll have to try to avoid that whole aspect for a day because if not, it'd be too tempting just to look, see what I have to do, or
What day would you take off, by the way?
probably Sunday
Okay.
because I'm in school all day long Saturday.
Mhm.
And then like I said, I love watching football, so I can watch the NFL.
Yeah.
And when we do some yard work around the house together, or go for a walk like we're typically used to doing, all that kind of stuff. So I would say Sunday probably best.
Sunday would be best. Okay.
So
Um. So 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
5 years from now, let's see. As you know, I'm a first year graduate student.
Mhm.
In 5 years, I would like to have an LCSW and possibly be in my private practice. You know, like right now, my job, I work with just basically got myself stuck with just children,
Mhm.
adolescents, youth, and I would like to branch out to adults and that kind of thing.
It's a great goal.
Well, I appreciate that. The reason why I want to do that is because right now the kids I see, they are made to come see me by court or court resident workers or the
Mhm.
school and stuff. I want to start working with clients who want to be there,
Right.
who are looking for support because as of right now, I feel like the therapy that I'm involved with my job is families are there just because they have to be to keep themselves out of more trouble.
Right.
So I want people who are going to be as invested as much as I am.
Okay.
You know,
Relationship wise, where do you see yourself at?
and my wife, or what do you
Hmm?
mean?
Yeah, with your wife and kids.
Well, 5 years from now, we'll be on our 15th year anniversary.
Oh,
Um,
awesome.
my oldest will be a teenager. Wow, think about that's kind of scary. But my youngest will be 5 then. Which I think things will start slowing down. Because my oldest two will be more, self-reliant on themselves, won't
Mhm.
require as much. But then again, those teenage years are gonna bring some new challenges to us. With all this, especially with girls.
Yeah.
They have a lot of things going on and a little more emotional than I think I was as a youth. So that's the stuff we have to work on. But like I said, I think my family life would it'll grow. Like I said, because they're all supportive of me. They just want me there, which is normal because what we're used to.
Right.
So that's what I see.
Awesome. Good.
You know,
So that's a positive to look forward to.
right.
Yeah. So with let's kind of backtrack a little bit to to the workload and everything. And then you're feeling anxiety and stress. Well, it sounds like a really good goal would just be to take that day off. Don't work 7 straight days. Just take that day off. Go see a movie. Set up a date with a friend. Go out with your wife, walk. Go to your daughter's softball game. Take that one day for yourself, and I really feel like the stress level would go down a lot. Don't you agree? Don't you?
I do agree. Let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
what can I do in your class you think that can help out my grades and that kind of thing, and just how I feel?
I think you were doing a great job when you were talking to other students because you kind of saw like what they were doing and I feel like if you keep asking students like that, I feel like you can get a lot of help. And of course we're in college and you have your colleagues that will help you.
Right. Well, what do you think about my struggles though with the APA type stuff?
The APA, there's a writing center which is great. I know they have a good writing center at Western.
Right. My
And
problem with that though, is I live an hour away.
um, you live an hour away.
Yeah, I live.
What about the times when you come on the Saturday classes?
I don't know if the right is open on Saturdays or not.
Okay, well I could definitely get that information for you, and then maybe even on. Do you ever come to Bowling Green just randomly?
I do not. Like I said, I probably been Bowling Green, just drive through going to Nashville or Florida or something.
Yeah.
Until I started school. That's another reason why I started school so late is because I didn't want that drive. Then I've been doing my other job for so long. I was like, well, now I want to kind of get involved.
Well, I would definitely suggest hook up with a colleague and like kind of edit each other's papers. You can point out things that they're doing right and wrong, and they can point out things that you're doing right, wrong, and that can really help. Um, so I guess for the next week, why don't we work on that 1 day a week where you take off to yourself, go see a movie, go walk with your wife, and then maybe with the time management, it'll kind of help you with the stress, getting up an hour earlier, and then talking to a student. Do you think all those goals are manageable for you?
I think they're manageable. I think they're easy to be attained as well. You know, it's just going to take me to do them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yes.
Yeah, it's baby steps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, do you have any other questions for me or anything?
Um, um, do you know anything about our enrollment for next semester?
Our enrollment?
Like when we can sign up for classes and stuff?
You can do that right now.
Oh, can you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all I need right now. I didn't know if I could go ahead and enroll for my final grades came in or what I had to do. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And just remember, I'm always here to talk to and help you. So if you're struggling, personally or with school or anything, I'm always here to talk to. So this door's always open.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.